Hi everyone, welcome to Mr. B's learning channel. In this video, we are going to discuss this question. It's again about drawing or sketching a cubic graph. So, here equation of cubic graph is given. G of x is equal to x cube plus x square minus 16x plus 20. Determine. First question is find the x-intercept and y-intercept. You have to find the coordinates of x-intercept and y-intercept. So you can see that the mark allocation also given here. So 4 mark is for x-intercept and y-intercept. Then next question you have to find the stationary point. Third question is you have to find point of inflection. Then you have to find, that is second last question is you have to find the x values where the graph is concave up. Then at the end, last question is sketch the graph of g of x and show all the points above. So we can do questions one by one. Okay, let us do this question. You have to find x-intercept and y-intercept. Let me start with the x-intercepts. X-intercept. How do you get x-intercept? Put y is 0 in the main equation. That is g of x is y is going to be 0. So it's 0 is equal to x cube plus x square minus 16x plus 20. Now you know that how many x values are there? 3 x values are there. You have to find it out, all those 3 values. So first value, first x-intercept, you can get it using either trial and error method or factor theorem. So look at, if you are using factor theorem, look at the constant 20. Think about all the factors. You can start with the 1. So if x is equal to 1 and if 1 is not, if after the substitution, if it is not giving 0 means I have to go to the next factor. That is normally we do here is substituting 1, then minus 1, then 2, then minus 2. You have to until you get value 0. So let me start with the 1. So it's going to be what? 1 cube plus 1 square minus 16 times 1 plus 20. And when you do this one, you will get what? That is going to be 6. It will give you 6, which is not equal to 0. So 1 is not the solution to this one, isn't it? Let me try with the minus 1. That is minus 1 cube plus minus 1 square. I'm just substituting 16 times minus 1 plus 20. Seems it's not going to give you 0. So this is going to be minus 1, then plus 1, then it's going to be plus 16, then plus 20. It's not equal to 0 definitely. Then let me try, because I tried with 1, then minus 1, then let me try with the 2. That is going to be 2 cube plus 2 square minus 16 times 2. You have to continue like this until you get the value 0. So this 2 cube is 8 plus 4. It's going to be minus 32 plus 20. Yeah, it will give you 8 plus 4 is 12. 32, 32. Yeah, it will give you 0, which means 2 is one of the x-intercept or one of the solution. After getting 2, what you have to do is you can use the synthetic method, right? That is 2. You get to draw a long L. Inside this one you have to write all the coefficients A, B, C, D. Make sure that 4 numbers, if any one of that missing here, you have to put 0 in that place. Here all of them are there. Coefficient of x cube is 1, then coefficient of x square is again 1, coefficient of x is minus 16, then constant is 20. Now just to do the process of the synthetic method. First number, write it down, multiply with the first x number, that is 2. It's going to give you 2, write under the next number, then add it. It's going to be 3, then continue the same process. 3 is going to multiply 2 again. It's going to be 6, write it under the next number, add it. It's going to be minus 10. Then minus 10 is going to multiply 2. It's going to be minus 2, minus 20, add it, put it there. Then add it 0. You have to get 0. As I told you before, if you don't get 0 means somewhere you made a mistake. Go back and rectify that mistake. So learners, the one that you got it under the line, these are the A, B, C of quadratic. Those remaining x-intercept, at this stage we got only one x-intercept, that is 2, right? So the next two x-intercepts are hiding here. So just solve quadratic equation and get those two x values. That is, let me write it in quadratic equation form. That is x square, 1x square plus 3x minus 10 is equal to 0. This one, solve it, you will get next to 2x intercept. So let me solve this one. You can use quadratic formula or factorize it. It's going to be x plus 5, then x minus 2, right, is equal to 0. So it's going to be x is equal to minus 5 or 2. So the x-intercepts are, you got first one coordinates, so you have to write x value and y value. Then next one is minus 5, 0. Then the last one again, what is that? 2, 0. So you can see that repeated x-intercept. You know, if you get something like that, at this point, you have to think here, at this point, there will be a turning point. You will get, because in the following questions, one of the questions you have to find a turning point. At this stage, you can be assured of one of the turning point is 2, 0, because this value is repeated here. So at the repeating x-intercept means at that point, you will have a turning point. You understand? Because this is condition for tangency. That is, at this point, x-axis is going to be a tangent to this cubic graph that you will see when you draw the graph. So at this stage, you must know, if you see x-intercepts are repeating like this, what you have to think is at the same point, you will have a turning point also. So one of the turning point at this stage, you know already. What is that? Okay. Now we move to what? Next question, that is y-intercept. Y-intercept. Y-intercept, how do you get it? Put x is 0, that is very easy, isn't it? That is y is equal to 0 cube plus 0 square minus 16 times 0 plus 20. You don't need to do this one. Y-intercept is always the number without x. Now what is that? 20, isn't it? Here we have to write in the coordinate form. So x value 0, y value 20. So we are done. This is how we do this question, finding the x-intercept and y-intercept. Okay, let us move to the next question. Okay, the next question is you have to find the coordinates of this stationary point or turning point of this cubic graph. You know that the method is differentiate and equate to 0, right? That is dy by dx is equal to 0. So you have to differentiate. This is y. So dy by dx is going to be 3x square plus 2x minus 16 times 1 plus 0. So this is the differentiated form, derivative, then equate to 0, then solve for x. So when you solve this one, when you solve this as a quadratic equation, you can use the quadratic formula here, you will get the answer straight away. Let me go with the factorizing method. It's going to be x minus 2, then 3x plus 8. Or you can use quadratic formula, you will get it. That is x is equal, already I know that one of the x values must be 2, because we got that one as x-intercept repeated, I told you. See 2, then the other one is x is equal to what? Minus 8 over 3. Those are the x values of turning point. How do you get to y value? Substitute in the main function, that is g of x, right? So then I'm taking x is equal to 2. So what is g of 2? G of 2, I know already it is 0, isn't it? Let us try. So it's going to be 2 cube plus 2 square minus 16 times 2 plus 20. When you do this one, because when we tried with the trial and error method, we already did this one, it's going to be 0. So I got my first turning point is t 0. Then the next one is g of, what is the next x value? Minus 8 over 3. So when you do this one, that is minus 8 over 3 all cube plus minus 8 over 3 all square minus 16 times minus 8 over 3 plus 20. So when you do this one, at the end you will get 50,81. That is the y value. So minus 8 over 3, when I change it into decimal, it's going to be minus 2,7. This is the x value. Then y value is 50,81. So I got two turning point. So turning point, how do you get it? Differentiate and equate to 0. Then solve it, you will get x values of turning point. Substitute in the main function, you will get y values. Is it clear? Now we can go to the next question. Okay, question number 5.3. You have to find the coordinates of point of inflection. How do we find the point of inflection? You have to take the main function, that is this one, and differentiate how many times? 2 times. Let me do that one. Although we did it when you found turning point, but I will do it once again. That is a g dash x. G dash x is going to be 3x square plus 2x minus 16. I hope you know how did I get this one. I just differentiated. I found first derivative. Now I have to differentiate this one again. That is g double dash. 2 dash means I differentiated 2 times. It's going to be 6x plus 2, you will get it. Now if this one is same like a turning point, take this one and equate to 0 and solve. That is 6x plus 2 is equal to 0. That is 6x is equal to minus 2. X is equal to minus 2 over 6, which is equal to minus 1 over 3. Is clear? So this is the x value of the point of inflection. Now you have to find the y value. For that, take the x value and substitute in the main function. Not here and not here. Don't substitute this one in derivative or second derivative. Please don't do it. Normally learners make mistakes in that. So take x value and substitute where? In the main function here. So it's going to be g of minus 1 over 3. It's going to be 1 over minus 1 over 3 all cube plus minus 1 over 3 all square minus 16 times minus 1 over 3 plus 20. When you do this one, if you can use the calculator, this will give you 25,4. So that is the y value. So we can write the point in a coordinates form. That is x value is minus 1 over 3 and the y value is 25, 4. You get it. Is it clear? Okay. Now we can go to the next question. Okay, now we move to next question, that is 5.4. The x values where the graph of g of x is concave up. How do you find the x values where graph is concave up or concave down? So the formula that I will write it here, that is g double dash x, because here we are using g of x. Normally the formula is f double dash x. Here we are using g of x, so I am just showing you with the g of x. G double dash x greater than 0 for concave up. If it is concave down, then g double dash x less than 0 is for concave down. Here the question is concave up. So g double dash x greater than 0. This formula you have to use. So g double dash x, we already found it. What is that? 6x plus 2 greater than 0. 6x plus 2 is g double dash x. Then solve and find the value of x. That is 6x greater than minus 2. 2's on the other side, right? So it's going to be minus 2. Therefore, x greater than minus 2 over 6. That is x greater than, when you simplify, minus 1 over 3. So all the x values above minus 1 over 3 is the answer where the graph concave up. I will show you with the help of this, the answer. Okay, we are done. Now I will show you, I will explain this one in another way with the help of graph. Because when you draw this graph, you know that A is positive. So the graph is going to be concave down, then concave up. You know that one. Okay. And for example, this is the x-axis. Clear? Yeah. Now this is the y-axis. Just an example. You already found what? This point, that is the point of inflection, isn't it? That is the point where graph is moving from concave up to concave down and concave down to concave up. In this case, what happened? Concave down first, then concave up. You understand? So at this point, after this point, this graph is going to be concave up. So that portion, that is from starting from this point, all the x values going to be the solution to this question. It's going to go like that. You understand? So when it continues, what will happen? Wider and wider. So x values. So the x value is starting from, what is this x value? That is minus 1 over 3 we found. That is the x value of the point of inflection. So from here, all the x values up until infinity. So the answer is minus 1 over 3 to infinity. You understand? X element. We can write the answer like this also. Very same answer I got it. See? Is it clear now? Okay. Now we can move to the next question. Okay, now I am coming to the last question, that is sketch the graph of g of x and show all the points above. So learners, I wrote the points already because it is there in the other page, the relevant points, that is x-intercepts, y-intercepts and turning point, the one that we found, I wrote it here. Now I am going to draw the graph. So let me draw the axis, that is y-axis and the x-axis. So actually when you write exam, you will be given the diagram sheet, so you just need to draw it. You don't need to draw the x-axis, y-axis. It is there with the question paper. So now the points, what are the x-intercepts? That is minus 5. I'm just putting approximately. We are not drawing accurately. Minus 5 is somewhere here. Minus 5. Then 2 is somewhere here. 2. So these are the x-intercepts. Then y-intercept is 0, 20. So 20, I'm just putting here, somewhere here, 20, okay. That is a y-intercept. Now the turning point. One turning point is 2, 0. That is this x-intercept itself. I told you already. Then the next one is minus 2, 7 is somewhere here. Minus 2, 7. Then 50, 81 is above 20 somewhere here. I'm just writing. So that point is somewhere here. You get it. You see that? So this one is the maximum turning point. That is like this. Maximum turning point. And this one is the minimum turning point, or local maximum and local minimum. Now I think you got an idea of this diagram. Let me continue this one. That is the increasing part of this graph is going to go like this. Now it has to cross the y-axis at 20, then having the turning point at 2, then after that its graph is going to increase again. See, it's a very nice graph. You can see that we are done. And already I put x-intercept, y-intercept. Now what I am going to do is the turning point also mentioned there on the diagram. So this is going to be minus 2, that is, minus 2, 7, minus 2, 7, then 50, 81, okay. And then this one is, it is indicated already, 20. All right, so we are done drawing this graph. So it's a very simple thing, normally you will get a graph is given and you have to interpret from the graph. But in case if they ask question like this, drawing a graph, this is how you have to do. And this example and the previous example that I did it in the previous video, I think at least you have an idea how to draw the graph. Okay, now the next video onwards we will be doing interpretation from graph. Graph is given already and you have to get some information from the graph. Is it clear? Okay, then wait for my next video. Until that time, bye bye.
Everglass, pour it up, waterfall, liquor in my cup, like yeah. Raise a toast, here's to you.